So I just wanted to make a video directed at young people, particularly high schoolers and people thinking of going to university or college, and just try and give you the keys in order to master life and live a truly effective life. So I'm just going to list some things which I think that you need to focus on in order to truly have an amazing life. So the first one is finding your life purpose. And I think that's the most important thing that a young person can do early on, is find their direction in life and do whatever it takes to explore this. So I think you got to imagine life when you're so young as a buffet, and sometimes you don't know what to focus on, but your main objective is just to sample all of the buffet and get a really good idea of what you enjoy and what you don't enjoy, so eventually you can double down and really hone in on this purpose of yours. The second point I would make is don't be afraid to break off on your own in life. Don't be afraid to travel. Don't be afraid to live independently. Try new things, try new experiences. This is a really good time to really take a risk and push your comfort zone. So maybe you've got an urge to move to the Philippines, or move to Europe and live there. Do that. Follow that intuition. I think you'll learn a lot from breaking off on your own and getting away from the comfort zone of your family life. The third point I have here is, I've just got some notes to help me, is building a strong work ethic while you're younger. If you're going to university or college, for those in the USA, use this as a good opportunity to build a work ethic. You can easily waste time at university by partying all the time and drinking alcohol, and I get it, it's really easy to do because it's fun, but make sure that you're putting in place good habits. So that could be good study habits that allow you to build a strong work ethic, because this will carry over later in life and will be incredibly beneficial for you when you're older, and it will put you so far ahead of your competition in whatever industry you're in, just by having that foundation of a solid work ethic. The fourth thing I've got here is get involved with relationships and learn how to date. So for instance, with young boys, young men, once you finish university or college, having experience dating with multiple girls, I don't think it's a good idea to get caught up on one partner when you're so young. I think you need to experiment and play the field almost, and get an idea of what's out there for you, so you know what partners you're interested in and who you want to settle down with potentially later on. So yes, get that experience in early and learn how to date. Another thing I have here, number 5, is really limit partying, drug use, social groups, video games. This stuff's, look, in the grand scheme of things, this stuff is a waste of time, and you will waste a lot of hours on these things. In the future, when you look back on this, it's not likely you're going to say, oh, that was worth it. I'm so glad I did those drugs. I'm so glad I partied. I really think if you do it every so often, but just not consistently every weekend. I think you should also avoid debt. So no credit cards, no reward systems, no reward programs. The only debt I would lean towards is obviously the college debt that you're getting, but make sure that that debt is going to get you into a career that you're quite passionate about and you can see yourself having a future in that industry. The next one is for education. That's reading a self-help book. I would aim for a self-help book every month. So if you read a self-help book every month for the next 8 years, that would be close to 100 books. And just imagine the foundation that that's going to give you in life, having read all those books and having such a diverse range of knowledge. What that's going to do is, in particular situations in life, you're going to have the foresight of how to act in those situations. You're going to have wisdom of what to do and the knowledge of just an incredible amount of knowledge. So definitely aim to read one self-help book every single month. I think lastly, I've got plan on becoming a lifelong learner. So that kind of links into the last point, but be a lifelong learner. Always ask questions. Always be curious about everything. Always ask questions. Just on those books, that the self-help books I recommend, psychology books, books on nutrition and fitness, business and marketing, dating and relationships, and biographies. These are all going to put you well ahead of everyone else. So yeah, I really, if you follow these tips, I think you're going to set yourself up with a solid foundation for the rest of your life.